Finish this sentence for me. If you do not ask, you do not receive, you do not get. We know that to be true. Answer me as loud as you can. Salespeople, born or made, born or made. What do we think? Let me rephrase the question. What does a 3-year-old do when they want something? See, the first thing a 3-year-old will do is they'll ask. Failing that, they'll ask again and again and again and again and again. Failing that, what do? Whatever it takes. They'll do whatever it takes. I believe that every single one of us was born with the innate ability to be able to sell stuff. We know that if you do not ask, you do not get. We know that would be true. I'll take it one stage further. I believe that your success in life is in direct correlation to the quantity of quality asks that you make, period. Your success in life is in direct correlation to the quantity of quality asks that you make. So knowing that is true, and knowing that if you do not ask, you do not get, can somebody please tell me what stops you from asking for the things that you want in life? What stops you? I can hear you guys. I'm hearing like any one of the same 3 answers. Doesn't matter where in the world I ask that question. I always get the same 3 answers. The first one is fear. Second one is rejection. And the third one is fear of rejection. A little amplifier going on in there. So I wonder if we can just shift some thinking around this, because I believe wholeheartedly that if you can unlock some power to ask for the things that you want more often, your life will get insanely better. Let's deal with the rejection thing first of all. Is who here has been rejected by somebody they care about in like the last 7 days? I don't know what it was. You might have wanted to be able to go out for Chinese food and they're like, no thank you. It might have been like next vacation, love to go here, and they're like, are you kidding? It might have been you wanted to have fun in the bedroom and they're like, not tonight, honey. I don't know what it was. You had one idea, they had a different idea, you got rejected. And in our personal lives, more often than not, no big deal, correct? No big deal. No loss of momentum. We keep moving forward. We keep striding into the future. I think I know why in our personal lives we're so much more comfortable with rejection than we are in our professional lives. Because in our personal lives, we know that it's highly likely they're not saying no to us, they're saying no to it. That's different, correct? In fact, they're probably not even saying no to it. They're saying no to it right now. See, if my wife says no thank you to Chinese food, I'm okay with it, because I know with great certainty chicken and broccoli, spicy noodles, still in my future. We will be reunited someday soon. That will be happening. Who in this room has purchased something in the last 6 months they wouldn't have dreamed of buying 6 years ago? Only everybody. Why? Because our circumstances have changed. Other people's circumstances are changing every freaking day. Which means when somebody thought yesterday that they're going to wait and hold the market for the rates to crash, today they might be thinking, let's get the heck out of this place, it's crazy too small. That's how quick it could change, yes or yes? So knowing that we're in the business of changing circumstances, we have to be less worried about the rejection we receive today and say, how do we keep moving forward? Rejection's part of the game. I can't get you to be able to not be rejected and win. It's just part of the game of being a pro. But what about the fear thing? Is fear real, yes or no? I've seen people try and tell us that fear isn't real. They do things like make acronyms out of it. They put it on their TikToks or their Instagrams, or corporate trainers have been doing it for years, right? They take the word fear and they make an acronym, they get a flip chart and they get all excited and they say, you don't need to be scared, all that fear is, and they put up an F and an E and an A and an R, and they say all that fear is its false evidence appearing real. I've seen that like a gazillion times. Every time I see it, I'm like, dang, that's cute. It's never how fear showed up in my world. Not once. Never, ever. And you know what happens when I see fear show up in this industry with buyers, sellers, and agents? What I see in this industry when faced with fear is I see F everything and run. Right? How do I not do this? How do I go back the way it used to be? Where's the easy button? Oh, we cannot change the fact that fear exists, but we can reframe what we think about it. Be honest for a second. Who is really, really, really good at something that once upon a time they were scared to do? Really, really good at something that once upon a time you were scared to do. Again, somewhere like most of us in this room. So fear isn't the enemy. Fear is the fertilizer of growth. We got a body of evidence to be able to prove it. Anything you're good at today, you're only good at today because once upon a time you were terrified to do it. And you worked through what it took. See, there are a lot of people in this market that are scared, that dipped their toe in the water for real estate, right? And they got scared and it got hard, and what did? They left. They went, let me go try find the easy button, the easy button, the easy button, the easy button somewhere else. Good news in this industry is it's never been easy. Nor is it likely to ever be easy, because we're helping people navigate one of the most complex decisions that they're going to make in their entire life. Shouldn't be easy, should be hard. So anytime you get scared of the market, scared of what's going on, scared of whether a deal's going to go the distance, scared of the advice that it is that you're giving somebody to help them navigate what's next, understand that fear is the fertilizer of growth. It's going to get you where you're going. You might note from right now as I have an accent, not really from here in the US. But what I have learned from living in the US for almost 10 years is there are too many people that believe that once they get to a certain point in life, 21, 25, 32, they think it's time to stop learning. They think they've done enough. They think their life bio and resume that got them to that point will have them coast the next 60. It blows my mind. If fear is the fertilizer of growth, then what are you scared of right now, and how are you using it to make you grow, wherever you are in your journey? Yet what are we going to do to navigate some of these scenarios of fear? What if I could help you just with some tiny little word choices? Would that be helpful? Some words that could allow you to ask more freely, because if your success is in direct correlation to the quantity of quality ask that you make, and we know that if you do not ask, you do not get, and we know that we don't ask because we're fearful of rejection, would it be helpful if we had some words that would allow you to ask just about anybody, just about anything, completely rejection-free? Good place to start, right? Let me jump down here and not break my leg. So, if I wanted this young man, your name is? Marty. If I wanted Marty to consider my idea, what I'd say to Marty is I'd say the words, I'm not sure if it's for you. See, if I preface an ask with the words, I'm not sure if it's for you, what does Marty's little voice do? If we take it in full slow motion, it actually does two things. First thing it does is it says, well, I'll be the judge of that. It takes full personal responsibility for a decision that needs to be made that is mine to make. Second thing that happens is curiosity is piqued. Marty's like, what is it? What is it? Tell me. I can't wait to find out. Yet in this example, there's a three-letter word on the end, a three-letter word that almost always should not be used without understanding what it really means. See, people think the word but just negates what was said prior to it. Ever been on the receiving end of some feedback, Christian, where somebody's like, I know that you're doing the best here and you're trying to bring all your skills and your passion from your past role, but what do you remember? Everything that follows the word but. I don't know whether it was Uncle Ben or Peter Parker that first said it, but they said with great power comes great responsibility. Exact same thing is true with how we use the word but. See, it doesn't just negate what was said prior. What it also does is it shifts the focus to next.